after introduction out of the way, let's see how the wheel strategy works. So it's a wheel, so we are supposed to have a circle, to have a cycle, and we start at position, let's say, number 1 with cash. The cash is functional to open the phase number 2, that is CSP, cash secure puts. So we are selling a put that is secure by the collateral, the cash. That may end up in the ownership of the shares, because if we get a sign, we're going to be forced to buy the shares at a price that probably at that time is not that favorable, but we are going to end up being a shareholder. Then, when we own the shares, we can sell covered calls. This time, we are selling the option on the call side, and the collateral are the shares. No more the cash, but the shares of the stock. And the cycle finish when we go back to cash, because at some point the covered call are going to be assigned or call away from us, so we'll be forced to sell the shares at a price that at that time will be not that favorable, but in any case we will be selling the shares and we go back to cash and we start the cycle again. Or even better, with one stock will be in position number 2, and with another stock will be in position 4, and then we'll have other cash, and the cycle will have different wheels for different stocks or ETF running in different moments of the different phases of the wheel. Or maybe we'll have an ETF or a stock where we have a position that is at step number 2, that we have sold the puts, but at the same time we own the shares and we can sell covered call. And maybe we have more cash to open a third position. So let's start from the basic, but you can understand that we can combine different stock and different step of the cycle inside the wheel for a single stock to have a diversification by time and by asset, by underlying asset. So, step 1, the cash. As I said, we need to have the cash in the account. And here you start to understand why we cannot start using the wheel with $500 or $1,000, because then that means that if a contract is control 100 shares, with $1,000, you can sell a put on a stock that has a price of $10. But to be honest, they are not the ideal, at least for me, underlying asset to be used on the wheel. Can be used, but very often they're very volatile, or they are not fundamentally strong enough, or there are some other problems. So I tend to start minimum with stocks that are in the 20 to 30s. So the very first step, and that will be the trade preparation we're going to do in the next session, we need to prepare a watch list of stocks that we are happy to hold over the long term. And this vague expression, happy to hold over the long term, is going to be translated in a set of principles or criteria that we are going to treat in the next session. So, at the end of the day, as I just said, we need to have enough cash to secure the possible assignments of 100 shares with the cash that we have in our account. So we can open as many positions as possible until we saturate the account. Example, let's say we have 5,000 in our account. We can only choose stock with a price per share lower than 50. So Step 2, we use the cash, the collateral, to sell the CSP that is inside the watch list and collect the premium. If at expiration the stock price is above the strike price, we go back to step 1 and we do again the CSP selling. If at expiration the stock price is below the strike price, in theory we have to buy the shares and go to step 3. But as you will see, there is a lot we can do to not do it if we don't want. Maybe we want to get assigned, but maybe we don't want to be assigned. We want to adjust the puts and wait. So there is a lot we can do to personalize the wheel strategy at this specific step. Example, the stock is trading at 50. And we sell a CSP, it expires in 30 days at the 45. We receive the premium that we keep. And again, as we saw before, possible outcome is that the stock is trading at 46, so it's above the strike. We keep the premium completely, the CSP expires worthless. And the cash that was kept by the broker to be used as a collateral is released. So we can do other business with this same cash. And we go back to step 1. On the other hand, if let's say the stock is trading at 44 at expiration, we still keep the premium. And again, that puts us in a better spot than just a normal stock trader, because we reduce our cost basis already. But we get assigned and we have to buy at the strike price of 45. Okay? When we become shareholders, we get assigned, we can start selling covered call. Ideally, at a strike price that is above assignment, because, of course, if it is above assignment, that will allow us to get some capital gain in case of assignment. And this time we use the shares and not more the cash as a collateral to secure the sale of the call. And we collect the premium. And if at expiration the price is below the strike price, we repeat this step again, because we keep ownership and we keep selling premium. If at expiration the stock price, on the other hand, is above the strike price, we have to sell the shares and go back to step 1 and start the cycle again. Because, of course, we have no more shares to secure a sale of another call, but we get back the cash and we use it to sell a new put. The example, again, we got assigned at the price of 45. Now, let's say that the stock is trading down at 43. We sell a CC expiring 30 days at the 47, and we receive a premium. One outcome is that after 30 days, the stock is at 44, and so is below the assignment price, but also below the strike price. So we keep the premium, the call expires worthless, and we maintain the ownership of the shares. And we can repeat the covered call step. Otherwise, let's say that the stock ends up at 48, so above the strike, we keep again the 100 premium. But we get assigned, so our shares are called away, and we have to sell them at 47, even if they are trading on the open market at 48. And we go back to step, we get assigned, we go back to step 1 in this case, so with the cash. So at the end of the day, which are the cumulative profits in a strategy like this? Is all the premium received from the sale of the CSP, all the premium received from the sale of the covered call, potentially hopefully the capital growth from the share ownership, and any possible dividends that are released during the ownership of the shares.